Chosen one, stop scrolling right now. Do not swipe past this message. Archangel Michael has issued an urgent decree regarding your love life. The algorithm did not bring you to this exact moment, and heaven orchestrated this intersection because you are carrying a very heavy burden. There is a specific reason why your life has felt so lonely lately. Take one deep breath slowly. Let the noise leave your mind for a moment. You need to hear this with absolute clarity. Someone out there is desperately waiting to marry you. But there is a massive spiritual blockade that has kept the two of you apart, and I need you to stay with me until the end of this message. What heaven is about to reveal will change everything. You have been fighting battles nobody understands. You smile while carrying a weight nobody sees. And every time you try to open your heart, the door slams shut in your face. You feel tired. Your chest aches with a quiet exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. You are always the strong one for everyone else, but when you fall down, the room is completely empty. Archangel Michael sees the tears you cry in your car when nobody is watching. He knows how much it hurts to be the ultimate giver in a world of takers. You pour your soul into people who just drain your energy and walk away. And then you are left sitting in the dark, wondering what is wrong with you. You ask yourself if you are simply too broken to be loved properly. Listen carefully, because this is vital. You are not broken, you are a generational curse breaker. From a very young age, you could read the room and sense the hidden tension. You always felt like the black sheep in your family. You carry the spiritual weight of your ancestors, and the enemy has used your kind heart as a weapon against you for years. They told you that your standards were too high. They made you feel guilty for wanting a pure connection. So, you compromised. You lowered your frequency to match people who did not even deserve your presence. But every time you tried to settle, the universe aggressively pulled you out of that relationship. It felt like rejection. It felt like a harsh punishment. You thought heaven was ignoring your prayers for a partner. You watched other people easily find love, while you remained stuck in an endless cycle of isolation. It is incredibly painful to watch the people you healed go on to be happy with someone else. You feel used. You feel like a temporary stop on their journey. But you are a masterpiece of God. Archangel Michael is stepping in today to clear the confusion. Your isolation is not a curse. It is a strict spiritual quarantine. The universe intentionally broke those past relationships because they were toxic to your soul. If heaven had allowed you to stay with those people, your light would have been completely extinguished. You had to be separated. Right now, there is someone who is desperately praying for a person exactly like you. They are tired of the fake energy of the matrix. They are exhausted by shallow connections and empty promises. And Archangel Michael has been quietly preparing them for your arrival. But he had to make sure you were completely free from your past trauma first. Think about the strange silence you have felt over the last few weeks. Friends have suddenly stopped texting you. Your social circle has shrunk down to almost nothing. You feel completely cut off from the world. This is not because you are unlovable, but because a massive energetic clearing is taking place in your life right now. The system wants you to believe you will die alone. The enemy whispers lies into your mind late at night to make you feel worthless. They want you to panic and run back to toxic exes. They want you to settle for crumbs because they are terrified of what happens when you finally meet your divine counterpart. Your union will literally break the matrix. You are an empath. You absorb the pain of others like a sponge, and because of this, you attract broken people who need a healer. But God says your shift as the spiritual bodyguard for toxic people is permanently over. You are officially released from the burden of fixing people who want to stay broken. Your energy is too expensive for cheap drama. Do not let your mind wander here. Lock your attention on what I am about to say. Archangel Michael is holding a divine verdict regarding your future marriage. The person who is waiting for you is not going to drain you, and they are not going to make you beg for basic respect. They are coming to protect your spirit. But there is a hidden barrier in the spirit realm that must be shattered today. The enemy wants to keep you blind. If you do not understand this trap, you will miss the greatest blessing of your life. Every tear you shed over those past betrayals was actually a down payment on your future happiness. Archangel Michael is ready to sever the cords tying you to your lonely past. But you must let them go. Before I go any further, I need you to understand something deeply. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a divine quarantine to protect your frequency. You have spent so much time wondering why everyone left you, and you honestly thought you were the problem. But the truth is something the Matrix desperately wants to hide from you. Heaven separated you because your spirit was absorbing too much poison. Look back at those past relationships. You gave them absolutely everything. You poured your golden energy into their dark voids, and when they finally took all they could carry, they turned around and betrayed you without a second thought. Why did those former friends betray you so ruthlessly? It makes absolutely no logical sense. They walked away from the best thing that ever happened to them. The answer is purely spiritual. They did not reject you because you lacked value. They rejected you because your intense light exposed their hidden darkness. People who are comfortable living in the shadows will always run away from the sun. Your pure frequency irritated their unhealed trauma. And while you were crying over losing them, Archangel Michael was actually celebrating your rescue because you were finally safe from their toxic grip. You see rejection. Heaven sees protection. God literally had to break your heart to save your soul. If those toxic people had stayed in your life, you would never be ready for the person who is desperately waiting to marry you right now. You cannot bring old demonic attachments into a brand new sacred union. The universe had to clear the stage before the main event could begin. This is the exact reason why your life has been so quiet lately. The silence in your room is not loneliness. It is a spiritual shield. Archangel Michael has placed a heavy perimeter around your energy field so no wrong person can enter. He is blocking every distraction. He is making sure that no one comes to drain your reserves while you are in this delicate transition period. You might feel incredibly bored right now. You might feel like absolutely nothing is happening in your life. But in the unseen realm, a massive war is being fought over your destiny. The enemy wants to send counterfeit lovers to ruin your progress. They will send people who look perfect but carry a parasitic spirit. But heaven is aggressively rejecting their applications because your future is way too important to be ruined by another temporary lesson. Stop mourning the loss of people who were only meant to be a lesson. You are a masterpiece of God. You are not supposed to fit in with average people who operate on a low vibration. You are a cycle breaker. And cycle breakers must endure a season of profound solitude to unlearn the toxic habits of their ancestors. You are detoxing from generations of bad choices. Every time you feel that sudden pang of loneliness, I want you to remember this truth. Your isolation is the highest form of flattery from the universe. It means heaven trusts you enough to pull you out of the crowd. God is treating you like rare art. You do not leave a priceless painting out in the open for anyone to touch, but you lock it away in a secure vault. That vault is your current life. You are being hidden on purpose. And the person who is destined to marry you is also going through their own version of this quarantine. They are sitting in their own silent room right now. They are wondering why their past relationships failed so miserably. They are healing from the exact same wounds that you are healing from today. The system wants you to lower your standards out of fear. Society tells you that your time is running out, and they want you to rush into a mediocre marriage just to avoid being completely alone. But Archangel Michael is telling you to hold your ground. Do not rush the divine timing. The delay is not a denial, but it is exactness. Your patience is literally securing your future timeline. You have survived the wilderness. You walked through the fire completely alone. You learned how to be your own best friend when nobody else checked on your heart. And because you survived this brutal isolation, you have built an unbreakable spiritual immunity that will protect your future marriage from any outside attacks. The narcissists can no longer manipulate you. The energy vampires cannot feed on your light anymore. You are impenetrable. I need you to pause and really hear this next part. What I am about to tell you is the key to unlocking the next phase. Your future spouse is energetically searching for you, but they can only find you if you remain in this place of quiet authority. If you start chasing cheap validation, your frequency will drop and you will become invisible to them again. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let your former friends assume whatever they want about your absence. You no longer need to explain your soul to people who are committed to misunderstanding your spirit. You have finally entered the sanctuary of quiet authority. Your energy is way too expensive to spend on cheap drama. You are anointed and you are finally protected. The quarantine is almost over. Let us talk about what the enemy desperately tried to hide from you. You asked heaven why those past lovers and friends turned their backs on you so easily. The answer is that they were never yours to begin with. They were strategic placements. The Matrix sent them into your life to harvest your pure energy, and they were simply spiritual parasites disguised as your ultimate soulmates. These people did not just stumble into your life by accident. They were magnetically drawn to your intense light because they had no light of their own. You are a chosen one. And the system knows that your frequency is a massive threat to their dark agenda. The enemy weaponized your immense compassion, and they deliberately sent you broken people just to keep your spirit distracted and completely drained. You gave them your time, you offered them your unwavering loyalty, and they rewarded you with endless confusion and silent treatments. Every time you tried to establish a boundary, they made you feel like you were the crazy one. That was a calculated spiritual attack. They wanted you to doubt your own intuition because they needed you weak so you could not step into your divine purpose. But heaven did not leave you defenseless in this brutal season. Archangel Michael was watching their every move. He saw them taking advantage of your beautiful heart. And when the enemy thought they had finally broken you, heaven abruptly slammed the door shut. The universe forced an ending that felt like a painful rejection, but it was actually a precise rescue mission to save your life. Those individuals who walked away are now facing their own heavy karma. You do not need to seek revenge or prove them wrong. Let karma handle them. They lost access to the greatest source of healing they will ever encounter in their entire lives. Your absence is their ultimate punishment. They are wandering through the matrix looking for another source of light, but they will never find another you. You are no longer a victim of their toxic games. You are the quiet victor. You survived the emotional warfare, and you kept your soul completely intact. The system failed to extinguish your beautiful light. And because you passed this rigorous spiritual test, Archangel Michael is now preparing to release your true divine counterpart. The person waiting for you is completely different from your dark past. There are 3 silent signs that prove Archangel Michael is actively clearing the path for this massive reunion right now. Sign number 1 is the sudden, unexplainable peace inside your mind. A few months ago, you were filled with intense anxiety about your future, but lately you feel a strange calmness even when nothing physical has actually changed. This quiet peace is a powerful prophetic confirmation. Many chosen ones fail to recognize sign number 2, and it costs them their peace. The second sign is the complete loss of desire to explain yourself to anyone. You no longer feel the need to prove your worth to people who misunderstand you on purpose. You simply let them go. This means your spiritual shield is finally active, and you are no longer leaking your precious energy to the wrong people. You are protecting your frequency for the one who actually deserves it. But the third sign is the most crucial piece of this entire divine puzzle. If you do not recognize this final sign, you might unknowingly block the person who is desperately trying to reach you. I need you to pause and prepare your spirit for this revelation. The system hopes you will ignore this completely. You must let go of the phantom pain from your past. Do not carry the ghost of a narcissist into your promised land. They are gone. Their dark influence over your mind is permanently broken. Archangel Michael has severed the invisible cords they attach to your trusting heart. You are completely free from their emotional manipulation, so breathe out the heavy residue they left behind. You are a completely different person now. The version of you that accepted bare minimum effort is totally dead. You have upgraded your internal frequency. And because your vibration is so incredibly high, the universe must deliver a partner who matches this exact level of spiritual maturity. You will never have to beg for basic human decency ever again. Your next relationship will not require you to sacrifice your sanity. It will not demand that you dim your light just to keep the peace. The person coming towards you is a fierce protector. They have been trained by heaven to carefully guard your beautiful heart. They will understand your silent language, and they will never make you feel like your emotions are too much to handle. This brings us to the exact reason heaven brought you here today. The enemy is panicking because they know this divine union is imminent. They are trying to throw last-minute obstacles in your path to delay the inevitable. You might experience sudden waves of doubt. You might have weird dreams about your toxic exes, but you absolutely must not fall for this desperate psychological trap. Let us shift our focus to the person who is desperately waiting for you. They are not a fictional character in a fairy tale. They are a real human being breathing at this exact second. They are sitting in their own silent room right now, and just like you, they are feeling an overwhelming sense of isolation. Heaven has placed them in a strict quarantine too. The universe is actively refining their character behind the scenes. They had to endure their own brutal lessons with toxic people. If God had brought you two together 3 years ago, it would have been a total disaster. You were both too broken and too unhealed. You would have triggered each other and ruined a sacred connection. So heaven demanded a massive delay. They are currently unlearning the lies of the Matrix. They watched their past partners choose superficial things over true loyalty. And because of that deep betrayal, they decided to stop dating completely. They refused to settle for another shallow connection that drains their spirit. They are actively praying to heaven for someone with your exact energy signature. You two share a profound energetic tether that crosses physical distance. Have you ever felt a sudden wave of sadness for absolutely no logical reason? That is because your divine counterpart was having a difficult day. Your souls communicate in the unseen realm while your physical bodies are still separated. You are already comforting each other in the spiritual dimension. This is a massive revelation for your current season. I need you to pause and claim this energy before we move forward. Type 777 in the comments right now to claim this absolute breakthrough. Do not do it casually. Do it as a physical declaration to the universe that you are fully prepared to receive the love you actually deserve. The wait is almost over. Archangel Michael has been rigorously training them to handle a chosen one. Average people do not know how to love a spiritual shield. An ordinary person would run away from the heavy spiritual warfare that constantly surrounds your life. But your destined partner is not ordinary. They are being forged into a fierce warrior who will stand beside you in the spiritual trenches. They are learning how to be a safe harbor for your exhausted soul. In the past, you always had to be the strong one in every room. You carried the financial burdens and the emotional weight of your entire family, but this person is coming to take the heavy armor off your tired shoulders. They are being prepared to serve you just as deeply as you serve others. But here is where the story takes a very dark turn. What exactly did the enemy use to keep this beautiful union sealed away for so long? The Matrix realized that your combined frequencies would break generational curses across both of your bloodlines, so the enemy deployed a highly classified spiritual weapon against your love life. They tried to permanently scramble your coordinates. The system sent a wave of extreme fatigue to keep you hidden inside your house. They also sent counterfeit soulmates to distract your future partner. The enemy wanted your counterpart to marry the wrong person just to keep them away from you. The spiritual warfare surrounding this specific union has been incredibly violent. But the dark forces completely underestimated heaven. Archangel Michael intercepted the enemy attacks before they could ruin the timeline. Your counterpart suddenly woke up from the Matrix illusion. They abruptly walked away from situations that looked perfect on paper, but felt dead in the spirit. They are currently making physical space in their home and in their heart for your arrival. They know their lonely season is finally expiring. I want you to visualize them right now. They are looking at the empty seat in their car and wondering what your laugh sounds like. They are buying groceries for one person but dreaming of cooking a meal for two. Their heart is totally open and their intentions are entirely pure. They are not coming to play childish games with your precious energy. They are coming to stay. You must not go out looking for them in the wrong places. Do not re-download those toxic dating applications out of sudden desperation. If you step outside of the divine quarantine too early, you will intercept a lesson meant for someone else. Stay completely anchored in your quiet authority. Heaven is orchestrating the final steps of this massive earthly collision right now. Your only job today is to keep your frequency pure. Do not let old memories drag your vibration back into the mud. The person who is waiting for you requires the highest version of your spirit. The universe is aligning the exact geographical locations and circumstances for your meeting. You are literally days away from a shift that will rewrite your entire family history. Do not doubt the incredible worth of your own soul. You are a masterpiece crafted by the divine hands of the Creator. The enemy wants you to feel ugly and unwanted, so you will sabotage this incoming blessing. But Archangel Michael stands as a fiery shield around your future marriage, and no demonic force on earth can stop what heaven has already sealed in the spirit realm. We must now expose the exact weapon the enemy used against your love life. They did not use physical chains to keep you isolated. They used the heavy illusion of unworthiness. They made you believe that your high standards were actually a massive character flaw, but the illusion is shattering today. Archangel Michael is lifting that heavy fog from your mind. You can physically feel the atmosphere shifting around you right now. Your shoulders are finally dropping. The tight anxiety in your chest is slowly melting away. This is the profound energy transfer happening in real time. Heaven is actively removing the heavy residue of your past trauma. The Matrix is losing its powerful grip on your precious emotions. Why is the system absolutely terrified of your upcoming marriage? It is because a single chosen one is already a massive threat to their dark agenda. But when two awakened chosen ones unite, their combined frequency creates an impenetrable fortress of light. Your union will completely blind the enemy. The dark forces cannot manipulate a house built on divine truth. The Matrix feeds on broken homes and shattered relationships. They thrive when you are exhausted and constantly arguing with a toxic partner. But the person Archangel Michael is bringing you will never drain your spirit. Together you will build a sanctuary of pure peace. Your future home will become a literal lighthouse in a very dark and broken world. This is why the spiritual warfare has been so incredibly violent. The enemy tried to bankrupt your energy so you would have nothing left for your true counterpart. They sent narcissists to steal your joy and drain your finances. But their wicked strategy has officially failed. You survived the brutal attacks, and you kept your soul beautifully intact. Your counterpart is experiencing this exact same spiritual upgrade today. They are shedding their old toxic habits. They are cutting ties with fake friends who only want to use them. They are waking up to the harsh reality of the Matrix and refusing to participate in it any longer. Heaven is aligning your frequencies so perfectly that when you finally meet, it will feel like you have known them for 1,000 lifetimes. There will be absolutely no confusion. You will not have to play any exhausting psychological games. You will not have to decode mixed signals or wonder if they truly care about you. Their intentions will be as clear as crystal. When they look at you, they will see the ultimate masterpiece of God. They will recognize the profound sacrifices you have made, and they will honor your heavy journey. The elite system wants you to stay single and miserable. They want you distracted by shallow dating culture, so you never unlock your true spiritual authority. But heaven is bypassing the matrix right now. A divine intervention is overriding the painful delay. Archangel Michael has drawn a permanent line in the sand, and the enemy cannot cross it anymore. You are stepping out of the brutal wilderness and entering your promised land. Every night you cried yourself to sleep was recorded in heaven. And God is about to compensate you for every single tear with an overwhelming flood of joy. The universe does not just want to give you a relationship, it wants to give you a profound spiritual partnership that will permanently heal your generational bloodline. Your children will never know the pain of a broken home. Can you feel that incredible surge of hope rising in your spirit today? Do not suppress it. Let that beautiful energy wash over your exhausted body. You have been waiting for this exact validation for so many bitter years. The long season of feeling completely invisible and unappreciated is finally ending. You are about to become the most cherished priority in someone's life. They will treat your delicate heart like a sacred treasure. Your spiritual shield is glowing with intense power. The dark entities that used to torment your mind are fleeing in absolute panic. They know their time is up. They know they can never touch your heart again. The massive energetic clearing is almost complete, and the stage is perfectly set for the greatest plot twist of your entire earthly existence. But before we release the final decree, there is a crucial warning. The enemy will make one last desperate attempt to ruin your peace. They will try to trigger your old fears of abandonment just to test your new boundaries. You must remain completely unbothered. Your quiet authority is the only weapon you need to defeat their pathetic final trick. Get ready to receive the absolute vindication you deserve. Archangel Michael is standing before the throne of heaven right now. He is holding the divine blueprint of your future marriage, and he is about to issue a mandate that will shatter the generational curse forever. Do not look away, because the ultimate breakthrough is arriving in this exact moment. We have reached the exact moment of divine intervention. Archangel Michael is drawing his flaming sword across your timeline. He is cutting every invisible rope that kept you tied to an empty past. And while the enemy tries to hold on to your spirit, the season of begging for basic affection is permanently over. You are no longer a footstool for broken people. You are a chosen one stepping into absolute victory. I decree right now that the heavy curse of isolation is completely shattered. Every generational cycle of divorce and betrayal stops with you right in this exact second. You are the cycle breaker, and the poverty of love that plagued your ancestors will never touch your future home again. Heaven is ripping up the old contracts that kept your bloodline trapped in endless misery. Watch your enemies panic as the universe violently flips the script. Those who sat at tables and mocked your pure heart are now drowning in their own heavy karma. They thought your silence meant you were weak. But heaven was simply acting as your defense attorney while you rested, so you do not need to lift a single finger to defend yourself ever again. Let them watch you rise. I declare that the phantom pain in your chest is officially evicted. The ghost of every narcissist who stole your golden energy is banished from your frequency. Breathe out that heavy trauma right now. Your spirit is being violently cleansed by divine fire, and the deep exhaustion you carried for 20 years is falling off your shoulders like shattered glass. You are free. The spiritual coordinates of your divine counterpart are locking into place. The matrix can no longer scramble the signal between your two souls, because Archangel Michael has cleared the highway of every demonic obstacle. Your person is being released from their quarantine today. They are walking toward you with a fierce loyalty that will completely heal your exhausted heart. You will never have to shrink yourself to fit into a tiny room again, and you will never have to apologize for your intense spiritual gifts. The partner heaven is bringing you will stand in awe of your profound light. They will kiss the scars that the toxic world left on your soul. They will protect your sacred energy with their very life, because they know your true worth. This is the massive vindication heaven promised you. The universe is paying you back for every lonely night you spent crying in the dark, and God is handing you a mega deposit of pure joy to compensate for your brutal suffering. The delay was never meant to break you. The delay was simply the time it took to build a love story that will outlast the matrix itself. I break every lie the system planted in your beautiful mind. The lie that you are too old to find love is completely destroyed, and the lie that you are too damaged is burned to ashes. You are a masterpiece, returning to its original glorious state. Your frequency is blinding the dark entities that used to stalk your timeline. They cannot even look at you anymore. Gently like this video, not for an algorithm, but as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in alignment. Do this to seal the decree in the physical realm. Your physical action creates a massive echo in the spirit world. You are saying yes to the divine compensation. You are saying yes to the fierce protector who is desperately waiting to marry you. Feel the massive surge of divine power flowing through your hands right now. You are not a victim of a cruel world anymore. You are a ruling monarch claiming your rightful territory, and the kingdom of heaven is fiercely protecting your heart from this moment forward. No weapon forged against your future marriage will ever prosper. The spiritual war for your love life is officially won. But you must understand that with great blessing comes great responsibility. The universe is handing you the keys to a brand new reality, but if you mishandle this power, you could accidentally sabotage the very thing you prayed for. There is one strict rule you must follow to protect this sacred union from the enemy. This brings us to the final test of your spiritual maturity. Many chosen ones receive their miracle and immediately lose it because they cannot keep their mouth shut. The matrix is always listening for a chance to ruin your happiness. So you must learn how to manage the massive blessing that is crashing into your life. Archangel Michael is giving you specific instructions on how to steward this incredible gift. You must listen very carefully. Your tears have literally watered the seeds of your future harvest, so the barren season is over and the season of explosive abundance is beginning. Stand tall in your quiet authority. Let the healing fire of heaven wash away the last remaining traces of your painful past. You are clean, you are worthy, and you are so fiercely loved by the divine creator of the universe. You have just received a massive spiritual decree, but to fully receive this blessing you must understand one final rule. You must learn the immense power of absolute silence. The matrix is constantly listening to your conversations. When you overshare your happiness with broken people, you invite their demonic jealousy into your sacred space. Do not post about your incoming blessing on social media. Do not tell your jealous family members that your divine counterpart is finally arriving. People who operate on a low frequency cannot handle the blinding light of a chosen one getting exactly what they deserve. They will subtly try to plant seeds of doubt in your newly healed mind. You must protect this fragile transition period with your life. If you feel the urge to brag about your happiness, you are still operating from a place of deep insecurity. A true king or queen never needs to scream about their crown to the peasants. Your quiet authority is the most powerful shield you will ever possess against the dark system. The enemy wants you to talk so they can intercept the delivery. They want you to leak your precious energy through boastful conversations. But Archangel Michael commands you to lock your lips and guard your sacred frequency. Let your incredible results speak for themselves while you remain completely untraceable in the spiritual realm. This is also the time to enforce your ultimate boundaries. When the universe starts blessing you, the toxic people from your past will suddenly try to return. They will sense the energetic shift and they will reach out with fake apologies. They want to drink from your overflowing cup, but you must deny them access immediately. Do not entertain their desperate messages late at night. Do not let your old empathy trick you into opening a closed door. You are a generational cycle breaker, and you cannot afford to look backward. If you turn around to save a narcissist, you will sabotage the beautiful marriage heaven is currently dropping right into your lap. Stay perfectly still. Your divine counterpart is incredibly sensitive to your energy. If you start entertaining toxic people again, your frequency will drastically drop. Your future partner will feel that sudden drop in the spirit realm and they will hesitate. Do not muddy your pure waters just to be polite to people who literally tried to destroy you. You must prepare your physical space for this massive arrival. Cleanse your room and throw away any physical items connected to your toxic exes. You cannot welcome a brand new blessing while holding on to the heavy anchors of your painful past. Create a completely clean environment that matches the high vibration of your incoming marriage. When you walk into a room, you do not need to announce your presence. Your energy alone will command absolute respect from everyone around you. People will wonder why you suddenly look so incredibly peaceful. They will ask you what your secret is, but you owe them absolutely no explanation. Let them be confused by your untouchable peace. You have fought the brutal spiritual war, and you have won. Now you must learn how to peacefully steward the spoils of your massive victory. Rest in your quiet authority, drink your water, and take care of your physical body. Your nervous system needs time to adjust to this profound lack of chaos because you are no longer in survival mode. For 20 years you thought chaos was a normal part of love. You expected every relationship to be a violent battlefield. But the love Archangel Michael is bringing you will feel like a gentle breeze on a warm summer day. It will not make your heart race with panic. It will make your exhausted soul want to finally go to sleep in their arms. You are stepping into a season of effortless abundance. You do not need to hustle or fight for affection ever again. God is handing you the exact reward you earned by keeping your heart pure in a wicked world. Be extremely careful with who you allow into your inner circle from this moment forward. Your circle must remain completely sealed. The Matrix will try to send low-level distractions to test your new boundaries. A random stranger might try to start a petty argument with you. Do not engage with their demonic low frequency. Look at them with quiet pity and simply walk away. Your energy is a sacred currency, and you must stop spending it on worthless interactions. As you prepare for this divine union, I want you to feel the heavy armor falling off your body. You do not need the heavy shield anymore. The person who is waiting to marry you will gladly take over the watch. They are stepping into their divine role as your ultimate protector. Allow yourself to be fiercely protected for the first time. Hold this profound silence inside your heart today. Do not let the noisy world pull you out of this beautiful divine quarantine just yet. Heaven is putting the final glorious touches on your incoming miracle. The stage is set, and the spiritual red carpet has been rolled out for your feet. You are exactly where you need to be. Let us now seal this profound divine intervention. Drop your shoulders and take one final deep breath. The heavy spiritual warfare is completely over now. You are standing safely inside the protective circle of heaven, and the universe has delivered the exact blueprint for your future marriage. Your heart is finally secure. I speak a permanent seal over your upcoming union right now. No demonic force can ever intercept this specific blessing. Archangel Michael is locking your frequency into the highest dimension of pure love. The dark matrix cannot track your spiritual coordinates anymore because you are totally invisible to the enemy. Your future home is a fortress. Every wicked plot designed to keep you lonely is completely destroyed. The toxic people from your past cannot access your timeline ever again. Heaven is placing an impenetrable shield around your mind and your heart. The person who is desperately waiting for you is also completely protected, and you will meet in perfect divine timing. I decree that your future marriage will heal generations of broken trauma. Your union will bring explosive abundance and absolute peace to your bloodline. You will never beg for basic affection in this lifetime again. The pain of your past is permanently washed away by the grace of God, and you are a masterpiece returning to pure light. The enemy will try to send last-minute distractions to test your focus. They want to pull you out of this quiet authority. But you will not engage with their pathetic low-level games because you will stay grounded in the absolute truth of your divine worth. Your silence is your ultimate weapon against their dark matrix. You must protect this sacred sanctuary we have built together today. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the bell right now. Do this so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages from heaven. We do not do this for visibility, but we do it as a strict spiritual seal of absolute agreement. You are locking your energy into this safe space. Leave a word of gratitude in the comments below if your soul feels light. Heaven watches the physical actions you take to claim your blessings. Your simple act of faith creates a massive echo in the spiritual dimension. You are officially ready to receive the fierce protector who is coming, and the universe is smiling at your beautiful endurance. Do not look back at the people who walked away from you. Let the dead bury the dead while you walk into your glorious future. You survived the most brutal wilderness, and you kept your heart entirely pure, which is the ultimate mark of a true chosen one. You are officially stepping into your season of quiet authority. The chaotic noise of the matrix is fading into the background now. Listen to the beautiful silence wrapping around your exhausted soul. It is safe for you to finally close your tired eyes and rest, because Archangel Michael is standing guard over your physical body. You do not need to fight anymore. The war is over. Your divine counterpart is looking at the stars and dreaming of your face. They are thanking God for keeping you safe until they arrive. You will recognize them instantly because your souls have known each other forever. There will be no fear, and there will be absolutely no confusion. Only a profound and unbreakable peace. Rest quietly in this absolute certainty tonight. You are fiercely loved, and you are completely protected by the divine creator. The greatest love story of your life is actively unfolding right now in the unseen realm, and heaven is orchestrating the perfect moment for your paths to cross. Stay perfectly still and watch heaven move the mountains on your behalf. You are the quiet victor. Welcome to your beautiful new reality. You have carried the weight of the world for far too long, but heaven is gently taking that heavy burden from your tired hands right now. You can release the need to control every single outcome in your life because the universe is orchestrating the perfect meeting between you two. You just need to simply breathe and receive it. Imagine the moment you finally look into their completely familiar eyes. Every moment of past rejection will suddenly make absolute sense. You will silently thank God for closing all those other doors so violently, because if those toxic people had stayed, you would have missed this magnificent masterpiece. Your heart is finally finding its true permanent home. I want you to sleep deeply tonight, knowing the angels are diligently working. Archangel Michael is clearing the final geographic hurdles to bring them directly to you. The miles between you are shrinking with every passing second of the day, and you are magnetically drawing them closer with your pure frequency. The divine collision is incredibly close. You are a completely transformed spiritual warrior now. The old version of you who settled for crumbs is permanently dead and gone. You are radiating a blinding light that only a true king or queen can approach. Anyone who operates on a lower frequency will physically bounce off your massive spiritual shield. You are untouchable. Let this profound stillness settle deep inside your weary bones. Let the gentle healing energy of heaven wash away your remaining anxiety. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in this vast universe, and your destiny is completely secure. Your beautiful heart is fully protected. Rest in the majestic silence of your absolute victory.